we've got the JPY. The 10-year is at 2.6, the highest that it's ever been in the entire past decade. Really, since about really the late 90s. We haven't seen anything this high on the chart. Last time we were at this price point, not price point, but yield for the 10-year was back in the mid-90s for Japan. Long time ago. So pretty substantial rise in their interest rates. Those are continuing to climb. People anticipating that they are going to have to raise interest rates. There is a large disparity between where they are holding their interest rates and where their interest rates are trading for the bonds. Many of the people at the BOJ and people that are retired from the Bank of Japan all coming out and saying that they expect that their interest rates will be at 2% or higher in the next 2 to 3 years. I think, we really should see like 1.5 at some point here in 2026. I think that they will be moving aggressively higher when they do decide to go ahead and shift here. They have one more intervention. If you want to go look at the yen versus the USD, you can see the last 5 interventions they've had here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, yeah, that one, I don't know that this one was an intervention about 24 hours ago or not. It wasn't anywhere near as significant as some of the other ones. But they only get so many more before the IMF is going to step in here and start regulating them much more strictly in order to be able to prevent a currency collapse from happening. And again, I do think that they're going to be forced to raise interest rates and invoke monetary policy potentially at some point here in May. Again, that would be unprecedented. They have never had an emergency meeting to be able to invoke monetary policy in Japan. However, they did state that they are going to come out and kind of do ad hoc meetings as necessary as the situation continues to unfold. So hanging out around 158, back up off the bottom where they pushed it back down to around 155. Again, the danger zone, is around 160, 161, 162. If we see the yen depreciate against the dollar substantially in a short period of time, that's when they're going to have to act again. So at some point, that is going to unfold. I think that they are waiting till we have guidance from the OCC around stablecoins. A lot of people very optimistic on the markup for the Clarity Act tomorrow. I'm not so optimistic. I've had multiple conversations while traveling at these conferences over the last 2-3 weeks. People that are in the know, the people that are writing the bill, don't seem overly optimistic that this is going to get through. You got the PACE Act, you got the SAVE Act, you got midterms. There's just a lot, right? So they're going to vote on the markup tomorrow to be able to put it to a vote in the Senate or the House. I'm not sure which one is going to pass through first. But I don't know. If it has any chance of getting through at some point this year, they have to get this markup passed tomorrow. If it passes tomorrow, it's I'm at 5% that we get it this year. I'm pretty like 95% that it's not going to make it through.